Hi Angie, how are you?
Hi, Neri. How are you? I'm very great actually. How about you?
Great. Great, great. I'm fine too. And how was your Mother's Day?
Oh, happy Mother's Day. It was actually really great. How about you?
Also was great. I visited my family and my grandmother. Did you do something special today?
Yes, actually, I in the morning I made breakfast for my mom and I
Mhm.
gave her these flowers that were wrapped around lights, and she was so happy that she actually teared up a little. I guess it made me think more about the people I love.
Oh my God, that sounds so sweet. Well, in my case, I visited my grandmother and my family. We came with my mom and my sisters to their house, and also, well, in my case, we didn't shop buy sorry breakfast. We go to have a lunch, and also we buy the favorite food of my grandmother.
Oh, that's great. I also spent the day with my mom and my grandmother because I live with them, and we went to visit my aunts that live very far from our home. So my mom and my favorite aunt, whose name is Carmen, are very alike in some ways. For example, they both care deeply about others, but their personalities are very different. For example, my mom is very calm and thoughtful. She's that kind of person who listens carefully before giving advice to others, whereas my aunt Carmen is more outgoing and talks a mile a minute. She's very energetic, that being around her is like drinking coffee.
Okay, so that happens to me also because my grandmother and my sister are like your mom and your favorite uncle. And my grandmother is more, how to say it about it, serious and disciplined, but my sister is more outgoing and she doesn't plan anything. So she's really spontaneous, I think is that the correct word. She also sometimes show up without not advice. So it's a surprise the most of the time.
I think that's very common with old people. They just do whatever they want. It's really nice that you have a sister. In my case, I don't have siblings. I'm an only child, but me and my mom are very close. And what I love about her is that she's very supportive, no matter what. She always believes in me. But honestly, I think she worries a little too much. That sometimes it stresses me out. On the other hand, my aunt Carmen, for example, is very hilarious and always makes me laugh, but she can be a bit too dramatic. Like if she loses her keys, she acts like it's the end of the world.
Okay, that could happen for me sometimes because my grandmother, I am closer with my grandmother. She also, she's very direct with words. So, but she also super dependable because she can be strict, but she doesn't tell you what you need to do because she's going to remind her later. And I think it's worst. And about my sister, she's easygoing. She does things by her time, but it can be adventurous could be, but also in a bad way, it could be bad for all of us because we need to do things in house. So that's what my grandmother says to us.
Oh, it made me remember years ago when I was younger, my mom and I used to bake together every Sunday. Now we only do it on special occasions or when we have a lot of free time. My aunt Carmen has a daughter whose name is Natalia. She's my favorite cousin. And well, in the past we used to hang out almost every day when we were in high school, but since college has started, we mostly talk online or we see each other once a month. So yeah.
So in my case, my grandma and I used to go buy into the supermarket. I know this sounds maybe daily, but it was my favorite time of the day because we go to buy to the supermarket maybe sometimes cookies for us. It was fun, yes, but nowadays she cannot going alone out of the house because she got lost. And in the case of my sister, we used to go into the beach in summer, but now she has a job and she cannot go to the beach easily.
Oh, I totally get it. Well, in my case, my mom and all of my family went through a hard time a few years ago, about like 8 years ago when my grandfather passed away. But she stayed strong for the whole family. And it was hard because after that event, all the aunts moved out from our home. So we rarely see each other often, but we're still very close. But yes, it's a very hard experience.
Okay, I got it. And my grandmother passed something similar because when my grandfather died, so it was a really bad experience. And I think this kind of moment could help us as a family to be closer than before. And well, about my sister, yeah, maybe she doesn't live with me anymore, but we can see each other maybe once a month.
Well,
Mhm.
these days, my mom and I enjoy watching comedy movies together at home. We also like to go out a lot since it's just the two of us. We go to the cinema and we eat out, we buy sweets and salty snacks and put it in the backpack and go to the cinema, hoping nobody catches us. That's our thing. With my cousin Natalia, for example, we like going to dance classes, or eating out as well. She's vegan, so it's hard to eat out with her.
I will, as I said before, I doesn't see my sister usual more often like before, but when my grandmother wants to watch something in the TV, I need to confess this, but she likes to watch this program in TV4, America TV. This, Esto es guerra. So sometimes we sit in the sofa and watch this program. I need to confess that is sometimes it can be funny, sorry, and also as I said before, she didn't, oh, sorry, she don't like to go to the supermarket because she's too old and she can be maybe bad. So I'm going usually I am going to the maybe Tambo and buy for her cookies.
It's nice that you have a good relationship with your grandmother. Enjoy
Also
the
you with your mom.
Yes, we're very close. Well, it's about dinner time, so I gotta go eat.
Okay, okay, and don't worry
But
about
nice
that. See you.
talking to you.
Okay.
Bye, take care.